Walk into a premium fitness center, and the pristine rows of equipment give off an immediate sense of cleanliness. But beneath that spotless surface, the pathogen loads in a high-traffic gym often rival what you would find in a medical waiting room. Every time you lift a free weight, your grip pressure forces microscopic amounts of sweat and skin oils deep into the metal knurling. This diagram breaks down the reality of member behavior, showing that equipment wipe-downs hit a compliance rate of barely 30%. A basic household spray and wipe method merely glides over the top of the biofilm, or worse, physically pushes the biological contaminants deeper into the microscopic pores of vinyl benches. Wiping away visible sweat creates a dangerous illusion of safety. Achieving clinical-grade safety requires adopting hospital-grade infection control protocols designed for healthcare facilities. Professional hygiene management requires a clinical mindset shift. Every high-touch surface in a gym is treated as a potential infection vector, meaning it requires a highly specific pairing of chemical application and mechanical friction to be safely neutralized. This chart maps out a professional triage system, classifying gym equipment based on biological risk. It divides the floor into 3 zones: Tier 1 for anything gripped by bare hands, Tier 2 for padded surfaces, and Tier 3 for electronic interfaces. Tier 1 handles the heaviest bacterial loads. Neutralizing these free weights requires a mandatory 2-step process: mechanical agitation to remove organic matter, followed by an application of quaternary ammonium compounds. To properly breach and destroy pathogen cell walls, this chemical must remain wet on the surface for 4 full minutes. Moving to Tier 2, padded surfaces require a different approach. Instead of spraying, professionals use microfiber cloths with tightly controlled moisture levels. This mechanical technique is designed to lift those contaminants out of the vinyl pores rather than smearing them across the seat. For Tier 3, covering the delicate screens and consoles, heavy disinfectants will degrade LCDs and rubber keypads over time. To protect the hardware, the protocol shifts entirely to 70% isopropyl alcohol wipes. Even with the right chemicals, cross-contamination remains a massive threat. A single, poorly managed cleaning cloth can drag staph bacteria from a humid shower cubicle directly to the front reception desk in under 5 minutes. To prevent this, professional crews utilize a rigid, color-coded cloth system. Red cloths are physically quarantined to wet areas. Blue cloths handle the gym floor equipment, and green cloths never leave the reception zones. Disinfection relies entirely on the precise intersection of controlled chemical dwell times, deliberate mechanical friction, and strict spatial isolation. The highest risk environments in any fitness facility are the wet areas and change rooms. Combined humidity combined with overlooked organic buildup makes these spaces the primary zones for persistent infection. Mops only move dirt around. Real hygiene management requires full drain disassembly. Technicians clear the traps and apply enzymatic cleaners, specialized biological solutions that actively digest the organic matter feeding bacterial colonies. Inside the showers, standard mopping leaves viable mold spores hidden in the tile grout. Physically destroying those embedded spores requires the intense friction generated by high-speed rotary brush attachments. But the threat extends far beyond the surfaces. Heavy breathing, fabric lint from activewear, and chalk dust from weightlifting create a dense mix of airborne particulates that physically circulate pathogens throughout the room. This chart illustrates the severity of airborne debris, showing a gym HVAC filter reaching total blockage at just 10 weeks. Because carbon dioxide and humidity spike so dramatically during peak classes, these filters must be replaced every 3 months, having the timeline of a standard commercial space. This is also why high dusting is critical. Settled dust on ceiling fan blades and exposed beams acts as an airborne reservoir. The moment a large class begins moving in unison, that dust instantly becomes airborne again. You can perfectly disinfect every piece of equipment on the floor, but without aggressive moisture control and air quality management, those clean surfaces will simply suffer immediate recontamination from the surrounding environment. Because contamination levels in a high-traffic gym completely reset within hours of opening the doors, maintaining professional hygiene requires a systematic, daily commitment executed during off-peak hours. The overnight clinical reset operates on a massive scale. To process thousands of square feet of porous rubber flooring, cleaning crews deploy industrial ride-on scrubbers to extract deep-seated bacteria without degrading the physical material. The process relies on hyper-specific attention to detail, identifying and deeply disinfecting routinely overlooked touchpoints, like shared locker room hairdryers, instantly stops the frustrating recurring tinea outbreaks that facility managers often struggle to trace. This graphic outlines the professional standard backing these protocols. These hygiene operations are governed by strict adherence to ISO health, safety, and quality management frameworks, utilizing eco-friendly, TGA-registered cleaning products to ensure safety. While a premium weekly deep clean is a significant operational expense, the cost translates directly into measurable hygiene outcomes that a cosmetic sweep cannot match. These protocols protect members at their most physically vulnerable while securing